Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ugh. Oh, God. Uh, yeah. It's definitely morning. Yo, we got a red sun, rising sun. Get ready for Tuesday. Hey, good morning, W. Keep going, recovering from the gym yesterday. Nice. What was your focus? What'd you do? I used the Fitbot app again to generate my workout. And it has one thing it seems like a popular thing, but bent over stuff where you're just like slightly leaning over. I see the videos, but I feel like every time I've done that, I don't know, I just hurt my back or something. Like I get lazy with it. More speed drills and agility drills between routines changed. Okay. Did you request a change or just naturally change it into something else? Because that is something they don't tell you, too. Like, your trainer asks you, like, once at the beginning when you sign up coaches. Okay. They're like, what do you want to focus on? And you throw out something random. But you can always change it up. Hey, I want to switch my focus to blank. I started this new sport. I want to do this. All right. Well, that's a lot of this. Let's focus on that. You don't have to be stuck in the same routine, and you're paying them. So might as well throw some curveballs in there. Hey, I want to be able to have like a 14-inch vertical. I want to be able to fly. What's an impressive vertical? What's an impressive jump? A foot? That's not that impressive. Hey, girl, my fingers all still stink from last night. All right. Well, good morning, Victoria Smith. No more bedtime sauerkraut for you. Just trying to do a prize fighter build, not a bodybuilder. Oh, okay. Trying to keep up with muscle confusion, yeah. Still sitting on them frozen peas from last night. Because of butt stuff. Yes, honey. Thank you. You know, you gotta clarify sometimes. Because I could be heating them up for some casserole. Can we see that dirt star? Wow. You got a lot of... See, this is like a sitcom. This is like sitcom level humor. As long as you keep it all innuendo and you never actually say what it is, you know, I feel like you're a Mike and Molly writer. As long as it's like, oh, can you see my dirt star? You're like, oh, okay. This is fine. But if you said, if Mike one day is like, man, my butthole really hurts, everyone would be like, that's the filthiest episode I've ever heard. It's like the chocolate starfish, yeah. I never got that. Wasn't that a Linkin Park album? You know, as long as it's innuendo, you keep it away from the olds. They don't know. Hey, what's up, Jason? Good morning. I feel like, yeah, Bloodhound Gang, Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo, like that is like a filthy song. But because it's all like acronyms and innuendo, on a prolapse tonight. Now that one's too far. You gotta be like, want me to take your, I don't know. How would you innuendo a prolapse? All right, let's think like Mike and Molly writers. How would I get around that? You want to make a Malaysian mudslide? There you go. Boom, boom. Then it's like, you don't know if it's diarrhea or a prolapse. We'll wipe the roads out. Something with a mudslide, I feel like, is the way to get it. I want to cape it out. All right, how would we... what's the TV safe version of, yeah. You know, don't drop the soap. I'd send a rose, but I'm using it. Yes. You got a grave for your chocolate starfish. Boom. Hey, we're getting there. Hey, thanks for the rose. Thank you for pulling it from beyond. Thank you, Victoria. Hey, thanks for the heart. You know what? Because you can't be offended at innuendo. I think the reason, you know, I had to itch my balls today at work. They were really itchy. The reason you could be like so offended at the vulgarity of that and not the boys were really running a number on my I don't know. Anyway, if I innuendoize that, no one would be offended. I think the reason is you could get like immediately, it's like a clippable moment. You know, we didn't have smartphones and TV always, but what you yipping about? Again, yeah, innuendo. The fact that nobody's offended by innuendo and everyone's offended by saying what you mean, but you're saying the same thing. Hey, Juicy Blast, thank you for the follow. Talking about a chocolate starfish and talking about a chocolate butthole, same thing. Literally the same thing. Do the truffle shuffle. I used to do the truffle shuffle. I didn't have enough lunch money, and people asked me to do the truffle shuffle. They gave me like $5, and people kept doing it. And I was like, I will gladly collect disposable income from these people that are better off. That's the chocolate donut. Also that. Hey, what's up, Sleepy Steve? Baby Ruth? Yeah, you're saying all the movies I like. Or, I mean, I guess it's just the Goonies. Sloth and Chunk. The homies. Hey, Victoria. Reuse joke. You're joke stealing from yourself. Sending good vibes, bro. Thank you, Sleepy Steve. You gotta change it up. You gotta keep it fresh per chat. You can reuse that each chat. Let's see. Sending likes with the tip. Nice. Again, you keep it innuendo, no one's canceling you. You say what you mean, and immediate cancellation. It's just funny. It just is one of those things that doesn't make sense to me. I guess it makes sense. You know, I don't know. What happens in our lizard brains that I don't get offended when I hear like an innuendo. I go, oh, Grandpa, or like, wow, I can't believe they said that line. Yeah. Like, how many sitcom plots are all about like, oh my God, you gave an STD to like, who, what? But you say it all innuendo, and you can get ready with some grotesque personal situations. And, you know, my parents and, like, religious people, they'll just start laughing uncontrollably. It's like, if I told you that in any other context, you would be like, why are you being so crass? I really can't get over this. What is the difference? Is it just that you're not paying that close attention, or... All right. What is Chunk doing, by the way? The fact that Chunk does that in the movie to get in the house means he's done it many times before. Why is Corey Feldman doing that to him? What does it even mean? Yeah. Was Truffle Shuffle a thing? Did he ritual? Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, Diddy heard that a little fat kid was going to be in a movie, so he taught him Truffle Shuffle. Uh-oh. Yeah. It was a cross party. Breed me, baby. Jeepers Creepers, good morning. Breed me? Is that a new saying? So that means you don't want me to, you want me to, like, you know, puppy mill or horse farm, you know, get the expensive equipment that's making this not a weird sexual experience. I'm just breeding, okay? It's the machine that's doing all the work. Prolapse be cheaper. Something's very funny about a prolapse. Although, what a horrific thing to have your butthole fall out of you. Or wait, is that what it means? I had a friend who used to be a ER person. Shove the mic in you. Making squish sounds. Again, that's like an innuendo, but it's like, everyone would be like, oh my God, that's so funny. And it's, yeah, I shoved it up my ass. And then everyone would be like, why did you have to go there? I'm like, I went there when I said, you just didn't get that. Maybe it's just different people seeing different worlds. Like, maybe it's like, if it's innuendo, I can tell myself it's innocent. I can, like, trick my brain. All right, 15 more minutes on the bike here, and then we'll lift some weights. I got a routine written out. What are some more innuendos that are like, That's what she said. Oh, you slept with my coworker last night? Yeah. Yo mama. Those aren't really innuendos, I guess. It's just kind of sayings. That's not what your grandma said last night. My grandma's dead. Yeah, that's why she didn't move a whole lot. All of these are like the classic things. That's like, oh, it's kind of like the darkest stuff. Maybe because it's just such a well-known innuendo that it's almost just like, I don't even know. Why do you never see a guy in a wheelchair? I don't know why. I have auto mod on Victoria, so I might get flagged. But I feel like you know the workarounds. So I'm hoping. If you send it, it was definitely caught by the auto mod. I'll have to look it up after. What's the hardest thing about a vegetable? I don't know. What? Are you just throwing out all these questions without the wheelchair? Okay, now that's a good one. I have heard a variation of that one before. What I've heard, what's the hardest thing about eating a vegetable? The wheelchair. Why do you never see a guy in a wheelchair? Yeah, why is that? I think it's just getting flagged, Victoria. If you sent the answer, I did not see it. It did not show up in the chat. TikTok moderation is too wild sometimes. But then again, yeah, here's another thing. You know, the auto moderation catches these like things, but it doesn't catch innuendo. I mean, unless you explicitly say, hey, this sentence, ban it, and ban a bunch of variations of it. Fruit and vegetables aren't a thing. Why do you never see... Oh, you don't mix? Okay. That one's more of a thinker. The bike will not help you much. Well, it's helped me lose 30 pounds already, Webstar, but thanks. You know, I do want to go on walks now that the weather's nicer. But I live in Michigan. I'm just like trying to stay consistent with it. And the bike has helped me out greatly, actually. Given me a lot of energy, built up my cardio. Could I go harder? Yeah, for sure. Could I go on a run and it'd be way better? Yeah, but in Michigan, yesterday was 40 degrees in the morning, and now it's like 80. So could I have gone for a run? I wouldn't have been able to stream. You know, a lot of things. I like having the home gym. It gets rid of a lot of excuses. I can be way more consistent. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate the advice, though. But you know what the best thing is for a fat person? Consistency, sticking with it. So while running is better, that's not really that much helpful of advice to be like, hey, the bike is doing nothing. Because it definitely is. I'm trending downward on my weight. I'm staying consistent with my workouts. I work out Monday to Friday every morning. So that's just terrible advice to say that the bike is not working. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? I don't know. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? Let me guess. Something. Vagina. Something. Deaf. I don't know. I give up. You can't leave me hanging, Victoria. Now I gotta know. Something so, street jokes have such a good hook because you're like, damn, I just want to know. I know it's going to be something offensive. I know it's going to be something. But, human beings are curious beasts, and we all just want to figure things out. It's like a riddle or a puzzle. Just want to figure it out. I don't even like this puzzle. I hate that you presented me this puzzle, but my brain just can't let it go. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? Something about sign language. Something about... Oh, you can't do this to me, Victoria. You can't leave me hanging. I need to know. I guess I do know, why innuendo gets a pass. Because it's just like, if I heard my parents going into graphic details about how I was conceived or something, I'd be like, oh my God, gross. But if you say the stork paid me a visit, you're like, thank you. Leaves a lot less to the imagination, So innuendo is a way I can, not really pay attention to what you're saying. It's a way to kind of just like, oh, yeah, I've had that problem. Yep, trust me. That Taco Bell goes right through me. Talking about if I was to mention graphic diarrhea to anyone, they would be like, why did you say that? But if I say it runs right through me, same thing, a lot less to the imagination. You're just like, yep, it does do that. Taco Bell, I feel like, was first on the trend of like, hey, let's cater to, vegans and vegetarians. All they want is like to get addicted to health food. And I think Taco Bell is like uniquely situated because, they had all the ingredients. They just like had to figure out the process. What do we got to do is feed these people the junk food that they crave without it touching meat or animal byproducts. Very smart. They were way ahead of the game. Doing stuff cantina style or fresco. Wasn't for health conscious people. And that kind of was a side effect. But they were doing it so they could get all these dietary restriction people would be like, yeah, you could be addicted to us too. You could have some dietary restrictions and still eat Taco Bell. Smart. Very smart. Long-term planning there at the Taco Bell Corporation. That's why it's always nice to have a lot of different perspectives on something. Because me, you know, as a meat eater, I was like, no, people come to Taco Bell to eat the taco. I don't even think of. No one's going to be healthy. It's not that. I have a dietary restriction. I'm allergic to or morally against eating animals. I just want to eat something unhealthy for me quickly. That's not $15. Because that's another thing, too. All this healthy stuff, healthy, quote unquote, it's still junk food. All this vegan and vegetarian fast food stuff. I mean, it took us a long time to get there, but, you know, Impossible Whoppers, I feel like, was like a wake-up call. It's like, it's not healthy. It's like, no one said it was. I just don't want to kill an animal for this meal. Do you get that? Can you put that through your head? You're too ignorant of the morality of that every meal 3 to 4 animals die. You know. If I have some chicken wings, the number goes way up. Still slathered in grease, yeah. That's not the point. It's not the point at all. I'm happy to eat like a vegetarian meal. Get some lentils and beans and, you know, nuts and, you know, usually rice. And I hate kale. Kale's in everything. Stop putting kale in vegetarian dishes. It's got such a strong stank flavor. Spinach kind of got a strong flavor. Mixed greens, not too bad. That usually includes spinach, but it's like spread out. It's like they cut the spinach down, you know what I mean? Dressing. Dressing is where you always get all the oils and fats and make it as greasy as a burger, you know. Again, they're just trying to make it taste good. Salad's not always a healthy option, especially when you include dressing. And they grill their burgers. How is the Impossible Whopper still greasy? Yeah, I don't know. Do they put like fat pellets? It's a great question. I don't know. But it tastes great. It was the one thing that fooled me. I was like, oh, they definitely messed up. They just gave us 2 Whoppers. So I remember the first day. It was such a big deal. I was like, let's get an Impossible Whopper. And I'll get a regular Whopper, and we'll compare. And I was like, I had to like look. It had the different wrapper and everything. It was very clear that, you know, this was the Impossible, this was the regular. And I was still like, I think they gave us 2 Whoppers. I was fooled. It does have... I feel like I take the Pepsi challenge and still figure it out. There's a very, very slight uncanny valley. It has a slightly weird tang to it. But if you're not like explicitly looking for that, I feel like I would be goofed. So good job at the Burger King people. Because not all Impossible meat is like that, but... I feel like all fast food is starting to take a back seat. I'm seeing more and more like independent restaurants open up. Like, I'll go to Taco Bell every once in a while, maybe once a month. But I never go to anywhere else. Like, I don't know. I feel like fast food used to be a staple. Maybe I'm just growing up. What's up, M. Seminole Academy? Good morning. Hello, hello. I feel bad. I feel like I'm having a fat attack. The first thing you hop on and see is me talking about Taco Bell. I don't know. I think price is getting to people. I just hate that. Yeah, I know. All these companies come in and they squeeze out like local businesses, and then they can't sustain. You know, I guess fast food did it for a long, long time, but you know, when you really rely on high churn workforce, it's eventually going to catch up to you. You know, I think kids today, they don't want to work at stupid McDonald's. I'll do literally anything else. It's about time. Yeah. I'll go work for the Greek diner. At least they'll treat me better. I won't get screamed at. Yeah, what? Why do you feel the need to, like, because I've had it too. I'm a human being. You know, someone gets my order wrong at a drive-thru, I'm like furious. I'm like so disappointed. Someone gets my order wrong at a Greek diner or a National Coney, I'm like, no big deal. I'll eat it. Nah. Don't count my meal. It's okay. What's the difference? Like the human element of it? It's still a human being behind the drive-thru. I just think it's, yeah, no one gives a shit about big corporate entities. And even though this is just like a teenager working at a drive-thru line, you know, maybe the addictiveness to it, it's like if I was buying like, you know, illicit stuff, you know, I can't say it, but Mary Jane, and they gave me a bunch of, you know, parsley, I would be like, I am going to freak out on you right now. I don't know where I'm going with that analogy. There's no real equivalent of that. Because even the wrong order has more effort in it usually. Yeah, maybe that's it too. I think it's because, yeah, you're addicted to your items. Like Taco Bell, McDonald's, like, I'm addicted. So you give me like a chicken sandwich instead of a burger, and I'm like, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't chicken nuggets. All right. Let's lift some weights. Whew. This app has me doing supersets, so I've been getting through the workouts a little bit quicker, but there we go. Can I get the blue M&M guy in there? He's over there. All right. Bicep curl supersetted with a dumbbell rear delt raise. Okay, so that was like this. All right. 3 sets of 6 and then 3 sets of 4 are supersetted with that. All right, let's get it. Whew. Oh, I don't have my watch on. My watch is almost dead, so I had to put it on the charger last night. Okay, here we go. Weightlifting. Oh, let me adjust that a little bit. All right, bicep curls with the 35s. 6 of them. All right, this might be too much, but I don't know how to tell the app it's too much. Maybe I'll just do less. But can I get 6 in? I got 5 in yesterday. All right, here we go. Only 6. Come on, here we go. All right, here we go. 1. 2. 3. 3, halfway there. 4. 5. 6. 6. Okay, superset. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if it's doing it for me. Your form is all wrong, man. No offense. Yeah, those specifically, I don't know what I'm doing. Dumbbell rear delt rows. Thank you, Cowboy Socials. You're supposed to do curls like pouring water over your shoulder. That's one way to do them. You're talking about what's it called? Oh my god, hammer curl. That's one way to do them. There's definitely different ways to curl. You can do the supination. You can twist them, or you could twist them the other way. You could do like a curl and then twist them down. There's many different ways to do a bicep curl. But thank you for letting me know. But no, that's a fine way to do a curl. That's like the stereotypical way to do a curl. You do a hammer curl. I don't particularly know why. I think it just works out different parts of your bicep. I've heard hammer curl gets you more width. The stereotypical bicep gets you more height on your bicep muscle. I don't know. I'm just a fat guy working out. All right, round 2. Watch my form this. I'll really focus on form. I'm trying to do really good form for the curls. So, here we go. So they're just here. My forearms are out. 1, 2, straight up. Pause. Squeeze the bicep at the top. 2. 2. Maybe it's because the angle is weird. If you watch the Twitch stream or the YouTube stream, I'm head on. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. I'm keeping the elbows tucked in. All right, now I do 1. Now these ones I don't know if I'm doing right. 2. 3. 4. Take a little break between there. Supersetting that with the shoulder. If you really struggle with form on the last few, stand your back up against the wall. Okay. That's a good advice. Thank you, Adam. Good work. Good on you for doing that. Thank you. You should definitely read some bodybuilding books and learn about dieting. Uh, Everyone is different, and some workouts aren't the same for everyone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, thank you for the help. Yeah. My problem with reading bodybuilding books is uh, there's too much conflicting information. It's almost like, reading a book about comedy or writing. There's no like definitive rules. Working out is definitely different because there is like, physical, I can like see that you know what you're talking about. But again, it's like, yeah, something for everybody, different body types, different things. Uh, every trainer will tell you, like, even if you work out poorly, you'll still build muscle. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I just got to figure out what works for me. The one thing I don't want to do with bad form is injure myself. That is like the biggest thing I'm trying to prevent. But I don't know. It might happen. If it do happen, I'll try to be like reverse engineer, figure out what it was. I feel like most of the time it's people pulling like a muscle in their arms or their back. Back, I feel like is the easiest thing to mess up when it comes to form and stuff. Uh, you know, Everything else, I feel like if you do slow and controlled, you listen to your body, you know your limits, you're pretty good, even if you do bad form. With the caveat being, it's very easy to F up your back. And it really sucks when you hurt your back. All right, last round of this. Bicep curls supersetted with a dumbbell rear delt row. I'm 1000% doing this rear delt row wrong, but I'm trying to do it like exactly like I saw the video. I like even practice it with no weights. I'm like, I see what they're doing, but I can't get my body to do that. I feel like I need like a yoga instructor to put me in the right position. I see the position you're doing. I don't know how to bend my body that way. Okay, let's do last set. Here we go. All right. Bicep curls with 35s. All right, 6 of them. Last set. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. Squeeze the bicep. 5. Slow down. 6. Squeeze the bicep. 6. All right. Rear delt. 1. 2. 3. 4. Whoo! You're talking about training, but your information comes from TikTok alone. What? Stop copying. Stop coping. You're doing this for attention. No trainer would tell you that if they weren't going to school. What? If they weren't? Notice how you said nothing about intensity other than it doesn't matter if you do. Oh, are you talking about cowboy? Everyone is different. You're doing this for attention. If you had as much knowledge as you had tips, you wouldn't do that. Colt. Hey, Colt, thanks for the follow. Are you talking about the other guy, Tubster, or are you talking to me? I'm not giving advice. I mean, if you're taking advice from this, Yeah, wrong guy to take advice from. I'm just a fat guy figuring it out. I'm talking about you. You don't put in the effort. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know. I've lost 30 pounds. I think I'm putting in the effort, but thanks, Tubster. I was way bigger than you do. Okay, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm sure you were 1,000 pounds. Now you're 150. You're getting all the beach babes. Yeah. If you were that big, I feel like you wouldn't come in and diss another fat person for putting in the effort. Again, I'm not attempting to be, hey, I'm the free trainer. I know what I'm doing better than scientists. No, I'm not a bodybuilder or nothing. I'm trying to get to that level, but you got to start somewhere. Most people don't work out these days, bud. Most people don't even work out these days, bud. Oh, in general. Yeah. Oh, Colt. Yeah, you're yeah. Yeah, it's very confusing. I don't know what your argument is, Tubster. But have a good rest of your day, I guess, Thanks to Colt for joining. Yeah, for me, I'm doing it to be healthy and have more energy throughout the day. I reached 300 pounds and I felt miserable. I'm down to 259 now. So it's working out for me. I'm like a day 150 something right now. Could I be building muscle faster? Could I be losing weight faster? Yeah, of course. I'm trying to work it into my lifestyle. I have a career. I'm a software engineer. I sit all day. I'm making it work for me. My argument is that you're doing this for money. Oh, if I'm doing this for money, I'm earning $0. If I'm doing this for money, I've earned -dollars from streaming, Tubster. I've earned way less, if I can count all this equipment as expenses, I have earned maybe $1 from TikTok. You know what I mean? I am not doing this for the money, Tubster. I'm doing this for accountability. You know, riding the stationary bike for 30 minutes a day is incredibly boring. If I do it without streaming, I can maybe make it 10 minutes before I'm bored out of my mind. Something about streaming my progress is great for accountability. It's the same level of accountability streaming as having a trainer, except it's free to me. You're doing great. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I don't know what Tubster's problem is. He's probably an overweight, teenage boy sitting in his bed before he goes to high school. And, he just wants to dunk on some guy trying to better himself. So I'm not too bummed out about it. I've got a great attitude about life. Anyway, I'm just working out for me. But thanks for watching, I guess. And thanks to everybody for the nice words. All right, next set here. We're supersetting this set as well. Dumbbell bent over row, so get a good back exercise. And then dumbbell kickback. This is a tricep thing, I think. And then we'll end it with a dumbbell floor press. So just essentially like, doing a bench, but from a floor and with dumbbells instead of a bar. Okay, let's do that. Bent over row. 6 of these. 4 sets, supersets. Finally catch your screen before the end. Hey, what's up, missing days? All right. Some bent over rows. Again, this is one I'm worried about doing poorly, but here we go. I watched the videos. I practiced the form. I know it's bad, but, Here we go. Bent over rows with the 30 bags. All right. 1, 2. It's like keep it at 45. 3. Shoulder width apart. 4. 5. 6. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I felt I was doing that more right than anything. Okay, kickbacks. I don't know exactly what these are. I think they're like this. I don't know. It was something like this, where it's just like, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I'm doing those right, but that's what I think I saw the video doing. I've never done a kickback, but I think it's for triceps. I'll have to look that up again. Are you focused on your goals and progress? That's all that matters truly, man. Yes. I have little progress goals. I've actually just reached one yesterday. I was into 260s for a long time, and I finally hit 259 on the scale. I'm not a trainer, but I think the shoulders should be parallel to the fore. I definitely got to be 90 degrees or 45 degrees. It is, hold on, let me read it, missing days. Dumbbell kickback. Some of these that have weird forms, I'm not 100% sure is, but I'm supposed to have it straight or bent here and then straighten it out with my back. I don't know. Kind of confusing. Yeah. It's just, I'm trying different exercises. So I'm going to be doing form a lot of wrong, but I'm trying to get that one. I know this one. I'm doing it with my Peloton. Oh, cool. But yeah, we're hitting goals. I have a new goal. I'm 259 right now. I'm trying to get 249 by September. So that's a pound a week, you know, and then some. Can we get there? So far, so good. You know, I've been trending downward about that rate. You know, the 260s, definitely a little longer, but in the grand scheme of things, we still got there. You know, I think like with a month and a half past my expected goal, but you know, we got there. You know, life happens, you know, parties happen, and you break your diet, but you know, we stayed with it. We stuck with the morning workouts, and we got there. All right, round 2. Here we go. Dumbbell bent over row. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Kickbacks. Again, this is the one I'm not sure of. The rows, I feel like maybe I'm leaning too far over. But let's try. Yeah, let me try facing this way. Maybe I can see myself. You know, my fat belly kind of throws it off. But if I suck it in, maybe. All right, kickbacks. They've got to be like bent, maybe. And then I'm like trying to kick it back straight. 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't know if I'm doing that right. We're trying something new, so there's bound to be a little bit of a hiccup area. 2 more sets of those with the superset. Take a little bit of a break. And then dumbbell 4 plus. We'll end with that. Try keeping your triceps by your side and only moving the elbows back. Oh, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Elbow / wrist. Yes. Okay, so wait. So if I do keeping my elbows by my side and only moving the elbow. That seems more right. Yeah. Thank you, Colt. Yeah, we'll try that on the next one here. All right, here we go. See, think we do capture. All right, here we go. All right. This is for rows, shoulder width apart. I'm just trying to figure this out, dude. Knees a little bit bent, 45 degrees. Keep my back straight, knees a little bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now we'll do the kickbacks. We'll try just elbows. Okay. Here we go. Superset. No break between these. Shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent. 45, maybe. I'm gonna keep my neck straight. Keep my elbows straight. And then like that. That doesn't feel right either. Because I definitely saw the lady doing this. 2, 3, 4. Again, yeah. We'll have to check the video and compare. The way we were doing it was pretty close. Just gotta move the wrist back. I gotta practice with like lighter weights, I feel like. All right. Last one. Woo, getting a good sweat on. All right. Dumbbell floor press. Here we go. 4 sets, 6 each. I'll be on the ground the whole time. Last one. I'm kind of running out of time. I gotta get to work, so I'm skipping the last one of the superset. All right, here we go. Can you see me from the floor here? Let's see. Maybe I can like lift it up or something. I'll be right down there. Right under the TV. Alright, here I go. So this is a chest one. Finishing with the chest. No superset with this one. This one's just doing the bench press essentially. Alright. Here we go. 4 sets of 6 each. Alright. Alright, here we go. Set number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to let my elbows hit the 6. Whew, oh yeah, a little bit of a break. 3 more of those. Whew. Rest for a little bit. Let's get this all the way down. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Woo! Yeah, feels good. Good weight, good amount of reps, I feel like. You know, 35s. I feel like I'm glad I'm getting some use out of them. Some good use. You know, I think trying to do like a full set of 12 was too much, but you know, using the 35s, slowly going up, that's the way to go. All right, here we go. Round two. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six. Woo! Another good simple workout for you is tries. Is for your tries is chest is diamond push-ups. Yes, those have really helped me. Hey, great idea, Colt. Yeah, you do those things in like high school gym class, and they really stick with you. Like calisthenics, I feel like is really just good for you. Can really go a long way. It's like, hey, you don't got no money, you don't got no equipment, do some bodyweight stuff. All right, round three. Halfway there. Round three. Here we go. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Woo! One more. One more set and we're done. Super simple and effective, yeah. Some diamond push-ups. I'll work that in the next one, I feel like. Sorry, I'm off camera for all of this. All right, last one. Last chest press. Shake it out. Here we go. More human than human. Oh, shit. One, two, three, four, five, six. Woo! And that's it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for all the new follows and the nice comments. I work out every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Yeah. See you tomorrow morning for another workout. Have a good rest of your days and see you then. Bye. Sweat check. Proof it's not all CGI. All right, catch you tomorrow morning. Hey, thanks, Colt. Thanks for following. And thanks for being nice. All right, see you next time, Colt. Bye. CW, see you missing days. Have a good rest of your days. Bye.